The dollar is making a comeback, but has the trend turned bearish in the EURUSD? Can we expect the dollar to gain over the next couple of days? Well, let's find out. Alright, so this is the euro versus the USD, and the market has gone deep into my buy zone. As you know, I've been bullish over the last couple of months, and the general idea has been to buy on dips. And the last very good idea was to be buying around here and then try to trade this to the upside. We did go upwards, but we are stuck within this channel, and the price did turn bearish from the upper end of the channel. And I said we need a bit of a pullback in the EURUSD, at least a 50% pullback or so, and then maybe look to buy. We are now in the buy spot, and I do think it's a bit too early to be selling, buying dollars here right now. I will show you though a bonus chart in a few minutes that is going to explain to you where I think it makes better sense to potentially buy dollars in case this is a true reversal. For now though, I would give this a few more days. I think it's going to turn around here and then go upwards, and then we'll see what happens. Here's GBP versus the USD, and the market here has corrected a bit, but hasn't really corrected hugely, which makes perfect sense. You know, we are dealing with an uptrend. We just revisit these highs. Your USD's of course been very close to the lower ends of its range, but this is a good opportunity here to be bullish the GBPUSD if we go down to 132.75. Now there are different levels you can put stop loss orders, and GBPUSD normally is just a bit of an annoying currency pair to trade, but if you want to be close to the price section, keep an eye on 31.51. If you want to be further away, 30.50 is the level. I'm happy to just go with 31.50 and look for a reversal here. Here's dollar versus the Japanese yen, which is trading in a nice, beautiful rectangle pattern, or alternatively a descending triangle. It really depends on how you look at it. It's also obviously stuck in a range, and the general idea here is just to be bearish between 106.39 and 107.07. Last time we said this was to sell here for the market to go down, and went upwards, but then it went down. So we're gonna do more of what we've been doing lately, which is just to sell at the highs, targeting the levels lower here. Now this is interesting. If it's a situation here that we take out these levels, we can tumble all the way down towards the 103.29 level, because that's the difference between high and low in this pair. And that would obviously be a very good residual ratio selling here. Stops on the other side for this to go down. AUD versus the USD is coming down a bit. It makes perfect sense. You know, we talked about buying here, trading this to about the high, and it did go to the high. In fact, it went even higher. Why did I say get out around the high? Because we've been stuck in this range, and it made perfect sense to get out at that level, as we've been saying in the past. But we're not coming down a bit. I think we can go a little bit lower, maybe the 50% level, maybe all the way down to 72.41. But from here, I think the market's going to turn upwards. New Zealand dollar versus the USD. This one you need to be super careful with. It hasn't really budged. It hasn't really gone down much as the other pairs. And, you know, people have been accumulating NZD USDs up here and New Zealand dollars up here. And what's going to happen here is that everything is coming down, and this can't just withstand pressure, I think. And if this spends another day or two here, then when we finally trade to the downside, it will just come tumbling. And I think I can see the price trading here at maybe 66.50. So that will be a bit more than a 38.2% correction, but a little bit less than a 50% move. And I would just be bullish from above 65.88 and 66.50. So between these two levels, I think it makes perfect sense. It might not tumble, but it's definitely not a good time to buy given the sharp rise we've seen. Dollar CAD, so no change here. Very boring, a bit slow, no question about that. And as long as you're below 132.50, I think we can go down, and then probably, sorry, we went down, and I think we can probably go up, and then probably lower again. Finally, dollar versus the SUSI. This is a market, it is just purely trading sideways. I've been bearish for months here as well. The last few setups was to sell here and here for this to go down, and most of the time we've been right. Well, we have been right, and hopefully we can be right for another time. Now, I talked about a bonus pair. Let's take a look at that. Dollar Swedish kroner, that I find interesting. And you can see here, we're looking from a big picture perspective. So, you know, it had a very nice move upwards on COVID-19, and then had a big, massive tumble. And what's interesting here is that it spent a good amount of time around the same level. We reached this level on July 27th, and we are trading sideways here. We are, and if we can potentially trade to the upside here, it might be the beginning of a move. And this by itself is a tiny rectangle. Maybe you'll get that move there, and that's going to be the beginning of something. Now, I don't think it's going to be a situation like we saw here where the market just rallied and then peaked and then went down. I don't think so. Rather, it will probably be trading upwards a bit and then lower a bit and then a bit of waiting. Unfortunately, it is a bit like that. Bit of waiting because after a big move, you tend to see sideways price action, and then you tend to see some moves after we leave that price action. What data do you want to keep an eye on today? Well, we have jobless claims coming up today, and we have also ISM services PMI. The reading for the US for the manufacturing sector was out 2 days ago. That one was better than expected, and that just shows us that the US economy is growing faster than anticipated. That boosts the stocks and things like that. And I think here, you know, if we have another boost here, if we go above the anticipated outcome is 57. And the prior reading was 51.1, so we'll get a slightly bigger boost. You might see maybe things like the GBPUSD and Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar trade a little bit lower. That's also going to put pressure on the EURUSD. But overall, I would still look to buy. And obviously, if I had to choose, maybe Aussie dollar would be good and GBPUSD would be good, and not really the EURUSD, which is really struggling and not trading too far away from its trend finding levels. All right, before we finish, don't forget to check out our Forex trading course. I've been trading since 2006. I spent a good amount of years just trying to figure things out. And if you want to avoid that and maybe have a fighting chance to hopefully make some money trading currencies, then you really want to check this out, especially because it is free. If you are able to open an account with the ATFX, you get it for free. Fortunately, they can't accept accounts from every place in the world, but that gives you the option to buy it if you wish. All right, you just need to come to Investing Cube and learn through trade and Forex trading course. I'll put as well the link in the caption. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like the videos, and don't forget to check out the other videos where I cover stock markets, and the other one is going to be about crude and gold. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.